Whew. They are so damn thick. Classroom of the Elite Year 2 Light Novel Collection is finally complete. It's all here, and boy, I'm really happy. As a fan myself, you know, I read the books through online most of the time, like the fan translations, obviously, but now that they're gone, anyway. There are a lot of access where you can still read it through fan translations, but you know me, I wait for the official release and yeah, collect the physical books so that it's permanent on my collection. You know me, I'm a collector myself. You know how I actually collect toys and cards, Vanguard. So, but I also collect Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically 5Ds because I want Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. This is my childhood. Let's not stray away any further. I'm gonna jump right in and see every piece of collection that I have for the Year 2 light novel of Clash of the Elite, COTE, whatever you want to call it. Youkoso, Jitsuryoku, Shijou, Shugi no Kyoushitsu he, YouZitsu, Volume 1. The very first light novel volume of Year 2 that I already made a video out of, a separate video. It's been a wild journey because this specific book literally hyped me up for this series, for this year. That's why I'm really excited for season 4, because Year 2 Volume 1 literally lit up my hype for this year of Clash of the Elite, because yeah, the stakes are really high, and believe it or not, it's just the calm before the storm. It's a really hype up volume. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rate every single volume. I haven't read every single one of them. Volume 5 onwards, I just look at the summaries. So yeah, that's why, like I said, when it comes to reading the light novels through audiobook and also PDF files, where we can just read or you can listen at the same time, go by my stream, go check it out, read along with me. So yeah, there's also gonna be soundtracks playing at the background. That's why I'm not gonna play it, or I'm not gonna be live on YouTube. All right, I'm gonna rate Year 2 Volume 1 a 10 out of 10. It's an absolute masterpiece. That's why I cannot wait for season 4, episode 4 specifically, because I know this is gonna be the end of Year 2 Volume 1 of the light novel. So yeah, I'm really excited because it's just the tip of the iceberg, man. So yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 volume. Great start of the year. That's why I'm really excited. So this volume is basically, essentially, a build-up for this arc. Yeah, we're having, the final bit. That is this one. Tsubasa Nana and Tsukishiro working together to expel Ayanokouji. So yeah, we have a lot of great establishments in this volume. Nothing much happened in this one specifically, but it's a good build up for what's to come, and that is in the Survival Island exam arc. This volume is really, really good for its establishment, but I'm not saying this is the best one, because obviously it's just a build up for what's to come, and that is the Uninhabited Island. I will rate Year 2 Volume 2. This is very subjective, so if my rating is low on your favorite volumes, that's completely fine. Like I said, because in Volume 8, alright, Volume 8 of Year 1, I didn't really like it because it was boring. But some people actually loved that volume, but while I don't. So yeah, it was fine, but all in all, still, this is much better than Volume 8. I'm sorry. Anyway, we finally also have some, new characters, and that is Kiryu and Senpai, Fuka Senpai. Overall, I will rate this volume an 8.5 out of 10. Not, not the best, but it's really good, Where is the Ichika illustration? This is what Shinji wants. There it is. You thirsty Ichika fans. But yeah. Anyway, 8.5 out of 10. Not the best, but it's literally, this is the essence, or more like the equivalent of a literal calm before the storm. Not the volume 1. Volume 1 got me super riled up, while volume 2 really didn't. So, yeah. But what's to come in that is the volume 3, the island exam arc. So, that one is something. So we finally got to volume 3 of year 2 of Clash of the Elite, and this is really, really interesting. It's still a bit calmer than the usual uninhabited uninhabited island exam arc that we're used to in year 1. But yeah, we finally have a lot of fan service, obviously, Nanase, Tsubasa Nanase here. And we also got some action bits here and there. We got, and also some really, really cliffhanger bits and moments here and there. Ayanokouji helping Nanase while there's someone at the back about to ambush Ayanokouji, or maybe something. We also have a lot of good Koenji moments here and there. Sakayanagi pretty much absent as always. But yeah, and then this is pretty much Ayanokouji and Nanase working together, but we know that Nanase is plotting something. But Ayanokouji is obviously, he knows what he's doing. So yeah, anyway, this volume, however, is pretty much calmer because it is in 2 parts. But we have a lot of good moments here and there in this volume. So I will be giving this a 9.5 out of 10. It's almost 10 because there are a lot of good moments like this one, and then some Koenji moments, and then Ayanokouji and Nanase moments. And then we also have the ship. Didn't happen in year 3 now, but hey, we'll still take it. We can still take some, good romance between the two of them while they're still here. But yeah, we have a lot of good moments here in this volume, so I will rate this a 9.5 out of 10. It is a really, really good volume to hype up the conclusion for the island exam arc, and that's volume 4. So this one is really exciting. This volume is way more action packed. It's jam packed with a lot of action. This one is pretty much the it is the conclusion. So this is pretty much literally telling us what's unfolding in this volume. So yeah, and then Ichinose coming in clutch to save or tell something to Ayanokouji, and then we also have more Ichika action scenes here and there. I'm not gonna tell. And then we also have, this is the best part of this volume, Ayanokouji and Kiryun Senpai working together. This one, Ichinose clutching it up. Yeah, I really love this volume, and it really sets the standards for, Clash of the Elite's action. Volume 7 of year 1 was a lot of action, and especially in the anime. I love the anime adaptation of Volume 7's action scene there. Instead of the rooftop scene, it's in the construction site. But yeah, in this one though, there's a lot more action compared to season 2. So prepare yourselves for season 4, because season 4 is literally a month and more weeks away. A month and a half, I'd say. So yeah, we're just a few weeks away now. So yeah, this volume is really, really good, and I cannot wait for the anime adaptation, because I know the director is gonna pop off. The director directed a really good scene, or a really good episode of Tokyo Revengers, and that is, a really hyped up scene of Mikey. But yeah, it was when Tokyo Revengers was still good, season 1. And also, if you're gonna, question or doubt the director, don't worry. He's really good at directing monologues, internal monologues, because of Origairu's "I Hate Nice Girls" monologue speech by Hachiman. Yeah, bro directed that episode. And if you're gonna ask about romance episodes as well, don't worry. The director can handle romance as well, spicy scenes as well in the case study of Vanitas. So yeah, y'all are good to go. So there's nothing to complain, with this director's abilities for Clash of the Elite. So yeah, I'm really hopeful and optimistic about this one. So hopefully the anime adaptation lives up to our expectations, you know. So yeah, anyway, 10 out of 10 volume, absolute masterpiece of a volume. So 4.5, we're now entering the aftermath of the island exam arc. This one is yeah, this one's really nice. It's also, an establishment for what is to come in volume 5 of year 2, because this is pretty much like the zodiac exam or the planet exam in the anime, where there's another special exam that happened in the boat, the cruise ship, and then yeah, we also have really really good scenes where the piano finally came in. And then we also have really really good spicy romance moments, hence why I'm really excited for the anime to adapt this scene properly, because I know the director can cook romance spicy scenes. So yeah, overall I'm not gonna spoil this much because I really also do not remember much in this volume, because it's pretty much just the aftermath. They're dealing with what happened after the island exam arc. So all in all, really love this volume. This is really really nice change of pace. It's way calmer, and every K sims out there every K fans out there love this volume. So do I, because I love K. But if you ask me, Shina Hiyori is still my favorite. Anyway, 9 out of 10 volume. Really love this one. So I'm really excited for how they adapt this into anime format. So yeah, that is season 4's contents. Now this one, I'm not gonna say much because I haven't really fully read the entirety of the book. Just know the synopsis or the summary. But this is really really good, because this is the most hyped up intense moment of Ayanokouji versus Kushida. This is when Kushida is about to get expelled, because we're getting another special exam, and that is the voting exam once again, where it's supposed to be a unanimous vote. It's not gonna end until we get a unanimous vote. It's really intense. Like, I can see the intensity, just based on the illustrations alone, and I know who got expelled. And I can't say, because if there are some anime onlys here in this video, I'm not gonna say it who it is. I'm not gonna say. This is really hyped up, and Suzune also made a very very conflicting decision. There you go. Title is a unanimous decision with Chamashira Sensei. I will rate this volume, as much as I really hated the outcome, I'd still give it a 10 out of 10. See what I'm saying? Season 5 start, by the way. This is supposed to be season 5's start of the anime, and they're also making another intense hype up moment, just like in year 2 volume 1. Once again, 10 out of 10 volume. Really love this one. This is really a really interesting volume. And then we have volume 6. Now this one, Ayanokouji is pretty much absent in this this volume, because after the aftermath in volume 5, and and then there's also another thingamajig happening in the Ayanokouji group. So there's so much, and I just cannot say it. And then we also have another Ichika down bad scene for those of you that want to goon. And then, yes, this is the sports festival of Suzune clutching up once again. Suzune is carrying in year 2, by the way. Like, I'm not gassing the Suzune fans, Suzune sims out there. I'm just stating the facts that Suzune is pretty much the MVP in year 2 entirely. I literally did not like Suzune in year 1, but she has grown so much in year 2 as a leader. So yeah. Anyway, I will rate season volume 6 of year 2 9 out of 10. It's not it's not the best for me, but Sudo also has some really really good moments in this one. Hence why he's also the the illustration or the character in the cover, along with Onodera. Like, I mean, I teased it in my reaction of season 2. Onodera and Sudo. I remember that. And he'll run away. Says the girl who, that's a spoiler. We'll not go there for now. They are the ship, not Suzune. Anyway, volume 7. Oh, this is a really interesting one. This is really good. Because volume 7 is now the the maid cafe, or the cultural festival exam. Look at Ayanokouji there flexing, and then he lost his aura. Nah, it's okay, it's okay. Ayanokouji is just trying to look cool, you know. Look at that aura, bro. Bro's aura farming already. We're having more Ayanokouji and K moments, because it's obviously a cultural festival. And then we also have the simp and gooners of Chapasha Sensei. Look at that. And then we also have a crying Ichika. So I'm not gonna spoil what happened, but this volume really set the bars way too high in this one. Like, I didn't expect this volume to be this intense, because it's supposed to be a chill cultural festival, you know. It's been established already in volume 5, but now that it's come to this, there are so many in-between exams before the cultural festival. This volume really, it's so different, you know. So yeah, we also have more action scenes in this volume, but not as much as volume 4, obviously, the island exam arc. But this one is really, really good, because the White Room student, yes, anime onlys, the White Room student has appeared himself, has, you know, showed himself to us. Is it truly the guy or the girl that we've been looking for? You know, Tsukishiro might be bluffing, but who knows, man. But yeah, they really popped off. Kinugasa Sensei popped off in this volume. I'm really excited to read the entirety of this book, as I'm still at volume 5. So yeah, anyway, really love this one based on the leaks and summaries. I just cannot say much, that's all, man. But yeah, and also Ichinose class is falling apart, in case you guys didn't know. Hence why they're also the cover of this volume. But yeah, their class is falling off. Ichinose needs to step up. Anyway, I will rate this volume a 10 out of 10. You see what I'm saying? We got 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and then another 10 out of 10. That's insane. Season 5 is on a roll. And then we have volume 8, which is the equivalent of volume 8 of year 1 back in the day. This one, we have very interesting, I'm gonna get demonetized here, but yeah. We got some very interesting onsen moments here and there, and then we also have skiing, and then we also have Kushida probably developing some romantic feelings towards Ayanokouji, which, by the way, people are gonna be like, oh hell no. Anime onlys be like, hell no. Same. But this volume, I think Suzune is once again the MVP. She literally stole the entire year 2's, you know, story. She stole our hearts. I'm just saying, she stole our hearts, man. Like, she is really developed. She has really developed through so much. After year 1, I thought for sure we're getting, you know, a better Suzune, but not just better. She has become the best character so far that has developed. Like, it's slow. Her character development is slow, but my god, as we go through with her character development, her character growth, it's hella worth it. Suzune, her development is just something else. And then we also have Ichinose being depressed, and yeah, this is it. This is probably the start of the dark Ichinose. I'm not gonna spoil it, in case you guys didn't know or want to know, but yeah, all right. And also, one of my main highlights of Suzune. This is my main highlight of Suzune. Suzune has really grown, and I really loved her after this volume. And then there's more to come after this one. Like, Susan, it's just, bro, she's great. Her character development is freaking amazing. And then we have the finale, supposedly finale of season 5, and this is where Ichinose has come back from being depressed. And we also have Ichinose's classes, classmates as the cover. So yeah, we have the K knockoff. We call her the K knockoff. But yeah, and Ichinose is back to herself, or is it? Because oh boy, oh boy, we're getting some really dark Ichinose right now. Like, she stole this volume. She stole every moment in this volume. Like, I did not expect this turn of Ichinose, because Ichinose has been one of my best girls in year 1. Suzune is not even in my best girl category in year 1, but Suzune dethroned Ichinose for me in this year. So yeah, and then we also have another character that has appeared, and I'm not telling you who it is. A lot of teases for Ichinose's new character trait. Yeah, I'm not sure about this unexpected turn of events of her character, but hey, it's really exciting, As much as we hate Ichinose's development turning out like this, it's good for the plot. She's like the plot device right now to keep the plot going. It's nice, but it's also not for the character itself. It's not nice, but for the plot, it's nice. But yeah, I will be. Wait, I forgot to give Volume 8 a rating. I will be giving Volume 8 a 9 out of 10. It's really nice. It's not as hype up as it is, but there's it's way calmer. But Volume 9 literally once again put the stakes higher. So yeah, this one we have another exam, 100 questions, 100 answers, the final special exam of the semester. So yes, this is the finale of season 5 based on final special exam of the semester. So yeah, they're gonna adapt another 5 volumes as they're doing with season 4, and so on the others in year 1. But yeah, so this one I will be giving a 9.5 out of 10. It's really good, because there's a lot of hype up moments in this one, because we're getting a hint here and there for the breakup, Ayanokouji and Kei's breakup. So there you go. I said it. I'm being transparent there right now. Like, it's so obvious. I feel like it's gonna be obvious as we progress in the anime. So yeah, sorry, shippers of Ayanokouji and Kei. The ship is gonna die because there's a third party involved. Anyway, we're now entering the final season of year 2, and that is volume 9.5. We're starting off with a very calmer, story, because this volume is not as hype. It's it's a much more of a filler, but still important to the plot, because the 0.5 volumes are still way more important sometimes. But yeah, this one though, we have Christmas Controversy, the second winter vacation, ANHS. This one we also have a confirmation of Sake and Nagi also fell in love with our boy Ayanokouji. Bro is not beating the allegations of being a player. Bro is a player. So this is pretty much the calm before the storm, where 12.5 essentially is gonna be the biggest cliffhanger of all time. If the anime stopped adapting Clash of the Elite, the anime onlys would be like, no, starting in like the previous volumes. But this is pretty much the start. This specific volume 9.5 is pretty much the start, where Ayanokouji has literally said himself that he might be changing classes. He's changing classes. He's no longer a part of Suzune's class or Hirata's class. So yeah. Oh, by the way, I love this Hiyori art. Let me just flex my girl, my best girl. We're having a lot of wholesome moments here and there, and then we'll also have another wholesome moment of Kei receiving another gift from Ayanokouji. I feel like this is the last one that we're gonna see her smile like this. This one. Oh yeah, this one as well. Ayanokouji and Ichinose spending time together on Christmas. Yep. And then we also have Sakayanagi with Ayanokouji, and then we also have Hiyori, best girl. Nah, just my best girl. But yeah, this one, it's just a build up for the next volume, because the next volume is gonna be intense. Volume 12 is the most intense one so far for me. But yeah, I will be giving this one an 8.5 out of 10. It's a solid read, but nothing much happened. There's just so many things for this volume to build up for the next ones, because we're also getting another intense moment where we're speculating if Ayanokouji is going to change his classes now. I really enjoyed when I read it, the synopsis or the summaries. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. This one is really, really good. There's so many things that you have to doubt now in this volume. His thoughts, like, you just cannot get a read of him. As readers ourselves as well, we just cannot read him. Volume 10. This one is really good because we finally got to break Ayanokouji's very, very thick wall, because it was natural of him to laugh or to smile. And that is in this very wholesome moment with Suzune. I think this clarifies things, that Suzune is the end game for Ayanokouji. Sorry, K-Simps. Sorry, Ichinose Simps. Our boy is meant to be for Suzune. I mean, year one anime already teased it, because they didn't cut that part out with Manabu and Ayanokouji talking along with Tachibana, raising or triggering a flag where it might come true. And yeah, they didn't cut that part out, so that means Kinugasa Sensei approved of that. Do not cut this part out because it's going to be important later on. So yeah, it might seem, not important because if the way they handled it is more of a jokey way, but nah. It's important later on because we feel that Ayanokouji is going to be naturally falling in love with Suzune. So yeah, and then we also have a yandere, a crazy yandere, and then Sakayanagi. So yeah, this volume is, there we go, the start of the third semester. The survival elimination special exam, another one. Yeah, another special exam where it's between the classes, not the year classes. So yeah, they're not fighting against their kohai or senpai. They're fighting against each other again. So yeah, this one's another good one because we also, like I said, we have Ayanokouji finally having a smile, a hint of emotion, that he's not some wild animal or a crazy robot. But yeah, and then we also have some hints of Sakayanagi plotting something because she is betrayed. And then we also have another tease of Ichinose being a crazy girl. So yeah, this one, the stakes are much higher now. So yeah, the build up is insane for this volume, and not only that, not just the build up or the intensity of the exam and the next upcoming exams. It's also the fact that we finally have, or at least Suzune has broken through Ayanokouji. So, and then we also have Suzune being the leader. Like, she is so worthy of being the leader of this class. So yeah, she has grown so much. I will be giving this volume a 9.5 out of 10. It's really solid, especially the build up for the next volume. So yeah, we also got more hints of Ayanokouji leaving the classes, especially in volume 11. I haven't opened this yet. That's why it's still wrapped up in plastic. I am gonna open them when I'm about to read them. So right now, I'll hold off. All right, but this is time to strike. So yeah, this is the another training camp, social group training camp. More action scenes, but more of a training itself as well. Ayanokouji versus Suzune, that one is really, that sort of tease back in the day was really, really, it got me hyped up. And then Ryuen versus Sakayanagi, And yeah, there are so much in this volume that has really intensified. And then we also have Ayanokouji versus Nagamo, which is a pretty much underwhelming build up. So hopefully the anime fixes it. And if Noriyuki Nomata really proves himself as worthy of being the director for this anime series now, I hope he literally changes things up, and with the supervision of the author himself, Kinugasa Sensei. Sometimes you have to get the author's approval of this, but most of the time it's the anime production staff. Yeah, since the author himself is just a supervisor, just looking at things, there's no point in changing things up unless they want to change it and tell the author. So yeah, hopefully they do change it and make it worth it. Make the Ayanokouji versus Nagamo worth it. Because in the light novel, I'm pretty underwhelmed. I'm sorry. It's just so underwhelming. It's more of just another calmer exam. It's just training, basically. It's just a build up for the next exam. This has no stakes, because the stakes in this one is the actual next volume, So nothing happened in this one, but the build up is what makes this volume worth it. Yeah, and also some action scenes here and there, obviously. So yeah, we love some action scenes for Clash of the Elite, even though it's purely psychological and drama. But yeah. Alright, and also we're getting more deals with a certain Class A student to Ayanokouji. And Ayanokouji might also be the one, changing classes now to Class A and defeat or face off against Suzune. So yeah, our boy Ayanokouji is leaving hints to us readers, because he's not saying his whole plan to us readers as well. So he's just leaving hints that he might be leaving Suzune soon. Yeah, this volume is really, really good, but I won't say that it's the best one, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10, but the build-up is really, really good. Like, we have a really hyped-up build-up moment for Ayanokouji versus Nagamo, but until then, it was underwhelming for the next one. And that is, volume 11 is a 9 out of 10 for year 2, but this changes things. This volume changes things. This is, I think, my favorite volume of year 2, because this volume literally made the entire year 1 like just the tip of the iceberg. It's nothing compared to this volume. What's at stake in this volume is really, really good, because we're finally having an expulsion of a main character. Yeah, this is really good, because they're not holding back. The author is not holding back. He's not holding back to actually expel a certain main character. It could be Suzune, it could be Ichinose, it could be Ryuen, it could be Sakayanagi. And what did I tease you about the last volume? Ryuen versus Sakayanagi. So which one of them will be expelled? This volume is something else, which hence why I really, really enjoyed this volume, because I couldn't wait. When I saw that they're leaving hints of Ryuen versus Sakayanagi, I was betting on Ryuen. Not because I like him, I like him as a character, but because of his potential. Because Ayanokouji said it himself, Ryuen has the potential to grow even better. Sakayanagi is already, she has no more development needed. She's just a maiden in love with Ayanokouji. So, yeah, there's no point, alright? As much as I love Sakayanagi, I feel like Ryuen has the most potential to be better in the later volumes in year 3. And yeah, I was betting on Ryuen at this one, but I'm saying to myself, but it's also impossible for Sakayanagi to lose. So, yeah, I'm literally like here neck and neck, because I don't want to make them go out of the series, but the author said, yeah, one of them's gonna be out, so sorry. And he did not hold back. He did not go back on his words, and one of them actually got expelled. So I'm not saying who, but unless you've read the novels, but if you're an anime only, I'm not telling you who it is that's been expelled, alright? So yeah, that's why the title of this one is Ryuin and Sakenagi's final showdown, because it is literally their final showdown, or at least one of them's final showdown. Yeah, this is the end of year special exam, and yeah, this is the finale, the so-called finale, and let's see if Suzuna's class will rise up to class A. I really enjoyed this one because there's a lot of stakes here, just like at the end of season 3 or year 1 volume 11. There's a lot at stake there, but the adaptation kind of fell apart in that part because even the light novel made it so hype, but obviously when you read it, it's very bland. But if you just imagine it, if you just imagine them being professionals in chess, Ayanokouji versus Sakeanagi, yeah, it's really hype. But this one though, it takes the win. So yeah, the Nagumo versus Ayanokouji is just lame. I'm sorry, there's no point in that one. The build up for that specific scene moment is just lame. I'm sorry. I think Kinigasa Sensei fell off on that one. But that was just my minor critique. But overall, this volume did not disappoint me. Through the summaries and leaks that I've read, it's so peak. So I cannot wait to read this one. When I reach this volume, I cannot wait to actually witness it when I read it. Ayanokouji popping off. Suzune crying. Ayanokouji popping off because of that. And I also love the cover. Anyway, I will be giving this volume a 10 out of 10 because everything is just peak. It's cinema, absolute cinema. So yeah, when we get to see this in anime format, I guarantee you it's gonna be worth it. But yeah, it's gonna take a long while though if they are still investing on this project. All right, the final one. This is my favorite cover of all time because it's Hiyori, my best girl. But yeah, it's still covered. But yeah, I'm not gonna open this yet. Yeah, we got Chibashira Sensei here again. So yeah, if you're down bad for Chibashira Sensei, you're eating good. The special exam, end of year special exam has already ended with a huge shock. This one is so controversial. The Clash from the Elite fandom is literally in flames during this volume's release because the summaries and leaks are just wild. We just couldn't believe what we had just witnessed, but my God, I can't believe that it's real. I can't believe that it's actually official. I can't believe that it's actually, it actually happened. I couldn't believe that I'm actually reading an official book that's not an Arrow book. But yeah, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's wild because the volume cover, the book cover right here is very pure. It's Hiyori, but when you see what's the contents inside in the book, it's not pure at all. There's so much here that has happened and a huge cliffhanger. I think I should spoil it now. It's okay to spoil it now because in year 3, you guys are gonna see it anyway. Ayanokouji has finally left Suzuna's class and has transferred to a different class, to the winner class of Ryuin versus Sakeanagi. Yeah, he is now fighting against Suzune and among other class leaders. And not only that, we also have a breakup of Ayanokouji and Kei, and it's not it. The most interesting here is that it's not Ayanokouji that broke up, it's Kei. The girl herself literally took the initiative to break up with him, even though Ayanokouji was supposed to be the one to bring it up. Kei was the real mature one. That decision alone of Kei made her character growth so much more worth it. Because in year 2, she's been bland. I'm sorry. She has been so bland in year 2. Like, she has just been there for the romance and that's it. In year 1, she actually had a really, good moments. Because in season 2, she is the highlight. Season 3, she is the backup of Ayanokouji. But in year 2, she's just there for romance. This time, at the end of year 2, she's the mature one. out of their relationship. She wants to be loved, and yet here she is breaking up her own love. And Ayanokouji was supposed to be the one to break up with her, but Kei is the one. It's sad, but at the same time, it's good for her to do this because that decision alone makes her character growth better. Her development there is better because we can see her be independent of herself, not depending on someone else. That's what I really love about this character writing for Kay, because in year 2, like I said, she's just dull. She's bland. But now at the start of year 3, she's moving forward, and she's still in the heartbreak, but all in all, worth it. So yeah, and yeah, the change of the class as well. It also made Suzune question herself because she already has realized in this specific volume that she is in love with Ayanokouji. And even Kei caught on. Kei herself, the one who broke up with Ayanokouji, the one who had a relationship with Ayanokouji, who did so many intimate things with Ayanokouji, is the one who caught on with Suzune's own feelings. Which, by the way, Susan doesn't even know that. She didn't even know that that was love. So, because that was her first time feeling that. Kei is just getting better now. So, yeah, now that she's done leeching off of Ayanokouji, she's just getting better. Like, her being independent right now, not leeching off of others, being this parasite, like she calls herself, it's really good for Kay. So I just wanted to glaze Kay on that one because she's been so bad at the year 2 arcs. I'm sorry. I love Kay, but hey, I just needed to glaze my girl. Because like I said, Kay has been my best girl in year 1. In year 2, I was like, you know what? Let me go with the pure one, Hiyori. It's Ri Takahashi as well, so I was like, why not? So yeah, and she's a book reader, book lover, so yeah. This one as well, we have some wild moments of Ayanokouji and Ichinose. Dark love. Overall, this volume is very controversial, but hey, this volume is what makes Classroom of the Elite so good. The controversy, it's so good. The drama, that's what makes Ayanokouji and Classroom of the Elite so good. So I'll give this volume a 10 out of 10. So we have volume 12, 12.5, a 10 out of 10 back to back. So season 6 is gonna go crazy if they adapt it in an anime format. All in all, this has been my collection of Classroom of the Elite year 2. All of which are official. Alright. Nothing here screams fake. We got the airship logo here. The Seven Seas Entertainment. They're not called airship. I don't know why. What do you guys think of Classroom of the Elite year 2? Because so far, from all the leaks and summaries that I've read, it's good. It was a good run, but I feel like there are still some inconsistencies with year 2. Year 1 had a lot of inconsistencies. Most of us just failed to realize it. Year 1 had a lot of inconsistencies because Kinagasa Sensei didn't know what to do with the series as of yet, and especially with Ichinose's hair. In case you guys didn't know, Kinagasa Sensei, the author himself, didn't know what to do with her hair. So until she finally decided for the pink color. But I feel like the anime fixed that. But I think the fans just failed to realize it. I feel like the author, once again, is one of the supervisors of the anime. So he's there to see the change. So yeah, I feel like the change with Suzune's focus, more leaning towards Suzune's focus, is intentional. And making it a bit more edgy is intentional because if we've seen year 1's light novels, Ayanokouji doesn't feel edgy until we get into like volume 6, volume 7. There are some dark moments in volume 4, volume 3, but not as dark as the anime. I feel like after the anime, I feel like Kinagasa Sensei now has a vision of Ayanokouji. Hence why in the anime adaptation they keep teasing his White Room backstory, because I feel like the author wants to emphasize that, the volume 0. And I hope 7 Seas Entertainment actually does officially translate volume 0, because I want to get it. I want to collect that. Please. Please, I beg of you. I really need that one. Hope you all enjoyed. This is a really long ass video. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I yapped too much. Yeah, it's been a while since I yapped about Clash of the Elite light novel, but I feel like the attention span of these Clash of the Elite fans aren't gonna last long enough, because they want the anime to be longer, have more content, but what happened to their attention span? So yeah, they're contradicting their actions and words right now. Anyway, if you're here for this long at the end of the video, thank you for actually sticking by to this video, because I yap too much for Clash of the Elite. Because if I yap too much of the series, that just means I love the series. Alright? But yeah, I can't wait to collect year 3, and I hope, and I do hope 7 Seas Entertainment Airship is gonna officially translate volume 0. If it's bundled in like a Blu-ray thing, I'll still buy it. I will buy it. I don't care, bro. If it's expensive, I will save up money just to buy it. I need to get that volume. I need to get that officially. But yeah, it's just me being, a fan of the series, and also being a supporter. If you're a fan of the series, you have to support them legally as well, not illegally. All right. If you don't have the money, it's fine. It's fair to criticize the plot, the story, and the anime adaptation, the book itself. It's fine to criticize it, but if you're mere hating on it, if you're a part of the fandom and then just merely hating on it, it's just mind blowing for me. It's mind blowing to me. Like, the fact that you're hating on it is just ridiculous. It's not bad to read illegally, the piracy and everything. We've all been there. All right, we've all been there. So there's no point in being like a saint to support the series legally. But as long as you support the series, as a passionate fan, it's good enough. All right, you care and love about the series enough, just as much as I do, because, like I said, this is the bare minimum that I can do. If I'm like, a super fan that has a lot of money, I can buy the figurines as well, because the merchandise is what makes their money grow, and that's what makes their investments worth it for the anime. So yeah, anyway, that is it for Clash of the Elite. I saw the light novel sales of year 3 of Clash of the Elite as well. It's really low. It's lower compared to year 2. So I feel like the investment in year 3 will be bad in terms of anime. But we'll see. We'll find out. We never know. But yeah. Anyway, I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Stay tuned for the anime season 4, because I am really excited for that one. Peace out.